Biosphere project focuses on biodiversity and sustainability for biosphere reserves. The Isle of Wight became a biosphere reserve in 2019, so we must do what we can to protect the environment and make it more sustainable for future visitors and species. The Brading Roman Villa is a large site with a museum about the Romans and how they lived. Its surrounding areas are full of biodiversity, for example hares, squirrels and the multiple plants that are in their surroundings. It is free to walk around the grounds and is open to the public 24/7, whereas to access the museum you have to pay an entry fee. But other than that, going into the cafe and parking are free. Our aim in this project is to show the public the sustainability of the Roman villa and to show how much biodiversity can be found in such a large area of land. In the fields surrounding the villa, many creatures, plants and other forms of wildlife live freely, protected by the Brading Roman Villa Trust. We've been working with Articology to create biototems that will go on the side of the villa.
What is a biototem? Well, I'll tell you what a biototem is. It is primarily a sort of homes. It's like a block of flats, apartments for solitary bees, native solitary bees. Well, we make a biototem. So how do we do that? Well, what we do is we get locally sourced timber, like these pieces here. So what we do is we get the timber cut locally to the rough shape that we want and height that we want, and then it's just a case of making this lovely design of holes.
The wildlife field is located at the entrance of the Roman villa. The ancient hedgerows are rich with life and home to many creatures. The area is filled with different animals such as bats, insects and an array of birds. A prior school has cleared a patch of hedgerows to plant new trees for the inhabitants of the area. The wildlife field is a spacious area where buttercups, daisies and other flowers bloom in the spring. It is the perfect place to sit and have a picnic with your family on a warm sunny day.
Here we are at this amazing plantation full of wonderful species and plants.
In the past, the Romans grew cobnuts and they are trying to bring back growing them in order to preserve the heritage and encourage red squirrels. As well as the cobnuts, the villa is also growing hazel in the plantation, which attracts dormice and other fabulous species.
They have focused on preserving the wildlife in the last 5 years because they would like to help the environment and aid in the prevention of global warming.
The plantation has a positive impact on the environment because some of the animals like hares and squirrels live here and feed on the cobnuts.
From the plantation, you can see the roof of the villa, which is its own habitat, due to the fact that it is covered with sedum.
This is a clever touch of the building because it works the same as a thatched roof. This means it's cool in the summer and warmer in the winter. You can also see some very amazing things, but it isn't a very good view, so I would suggest you head up the hill to the bench where it is a very good vantage point to see the breathtaking wonders of the Isle of Wight.
Here we'll stand on the biototems that will serve as a great home for wildlife. Up here, there's a magnificent view that spans for miles across this beautiful landscape. In the distance, Culver appears almost exactly as it would have done during the age of the Romans. One major difference, however, is that where the Romans looked over this landscape, they would have seen the sea wash past Culver and up into what is now marshland. As well as this, Bembridge Fort and the Yarborough Monument now sit atop it. On the hills behind the villa, grapes would have been grown just as they are today for the production of wine. Over the horizon to the west, Ventnor Downs tower over the sea, an important site during World War II because of the nearby radar station that was heavily bombed during the war. Below, horses and cattle roam the fields, their stable being in the style of a Celtic roundhouse, quite befitting of the Roman landscape.
The paddock, located north of the entrance of the Roman villa. Behind the car park is a safe space for children to run around and explore and learn about the wildlife living there. The paddock is surrounded by fencing and ancient hedgerows, making it safe and secure. Also, many species enter the paddock, such as hares, red squirrels and dormice. This can be shown by bite marks in food. For example, this nut was eaten by a red squirrel because it was cut straight in half, and this one bitten by a dormouse because it has an open hole at the top. Evidence like this could help them explore the area and enhance their understanding. The biototem located in the paddock also brings new invertebrates to the environment, such as mining bees and centipedes.
Now you've seen all of the wonderful sights and everyday wildlife that our Biosphere Reserve has to offer. It is free to roam these grounds, so we do hope to see you soon. Thank you for your time.